Hello and welcome to my channel. So the 5.0 live stream just wrapped up, and here are actually 3 insane changes coming in version 5.0. Now, it's been a long time since I've been this excited about, actually, this is the most excited I have been about a Genshin Impact patch to date. And obviously, I've been playing this game since the game's release. And this really shows that they are finally listening to the player base. Now, could this be because of the additional competition that we've been seeing? Perhaps, but regardless, it is incredible to see them finally implement some of the longest asked for changes and things that we have been asking for as a community for such a long time. And one of these has been something I've been saying for literal years, and a couple of these actually kind of blew my mind. I was not expecting them. So these are the 3 biggest changes in Genshin Impact 5.0, of course, besides the entire new region and all the characters, blah, blah, blah. But these 3 things are what really, in my opinion, set this whole patch apart and shows us that they are finally listening to us. And the first one is starting with the new custom artifact item, the Sanctifying Elixir. Now, you're going to have to forgive me a bit. We are going to be playing. We can see this new item called the Artifact Transmuter. And what is crazy about this is that this lets us select a main stat as well as 2 substats. And look at this on the left. I'm assuming that every single artifact, including the new artifact sets, the Obsidian Codex, and the Scroll of the Hero of Cinder City, will both be available immediately, as well as obviously all the previous artifact sets in the entire game. So this is absolutely insane, because even me as a whale who's been max I haven't been max refreshing as much lately, but who's been max refreshing for years, I'm still missing a lot of great elemental goblets, and that is absolutely insane. But this will immediately give you a potentially insane elemental goblet, or at the very least one with a double crit on an element that you want. So we can see here, they are choosing the Hydra damage bonus with double crit. Absolutely beautiful. And you will be able to get these super rare double crit goblets, and almost certainly the double crit goblets are going to be the ones that you want to go for, because these have the lowest drop rates. You know, my opinion are artifact loadouts, but hey, this is already more than I personally asked for or expected. Frankly, maybe we've been Stockholm Syndrome for a while, so we don't expect too much from them, but they absolutely went hog wild this patch, starting with this one. This change here is absolutely huge. Okay, now let me drag this next clip over. This one is the banner chances. So it looks like there's going to be this new summon animation. As we can see, it looks different. We can see here that there's like an intertwined fate playing, just like that. And let's go through the animation again, one more time. Look at that. So you see the shiny intertwined fate, and that means that you have essentially guaranteed won the 50-50. So this is what they're talking about now. We don't know the exact rates for the banner. Ultimately, what this is this is improving the chances of a 50-50 from a 50-50 to, I don't know, could be 60-40, could be 75, could be 90-10. I mean, if I had to guess, it's probably somewhere between 50 and 75%. So it's no longer just going to be a simple 50-50. It's likely going to be something closer akin to somewhere between, again, 50 and 75%. But who knows? We're going to have to wait and see exactly what the chances are. But this just means that it will be absolutely a lot easier to get the characters that you actually want, or the featured characters. And it would actually be kind of funny, because it'll make the standard banner characters a bit harder to get as well. But they added something else to remedy that, although not because of this, just, you know, because they finally are starting to listen to the feedback about the anniversary awards. And oh my gosh, the last couple of years of anniversary awards have been a major, well, you know, poo show is the PG way to say it. So next thing is, if we look at this, we have the weapon banner change as well. And this is absolutely huge. Now, when you click on the epitomized path, there is just 1 fate point. So this means that if you lose the weapon one time, the next weapon will be guaranteed. Okay, so we don't see whether or not this fate point will carry over to the next banner, but at the very least, this reduces the number of pulls required on the weapon banner. Well, basically required, the hard PD is 80, but the soft pity is essentially 70 down to about 140 pulls from the colossal 210 pulls. So that makes the weapon banner significantly lower risk, higher reward in that sense to pull on. Now, of course, for most players, they prefer characters over weapons, and Genshin Impact tends to have pretty good free-to-play friendly weapons to choose from, but still, this is absolutely a great change, and they are going to make it a lot cheaper for people to get the characters that they want. And this is no surprise, we literally have so many games competing with Genshin Impact now. We have Hoyoverse's own game, Honkai Star Rail. We have Wuthering Waves. We have Zenless Zone Zero, another Hoyoverse game, also competing with Genshin Impact now. So it makes sense for Genshin Impact to finally step up and become much more generous with its gacha systems. And this actually, funnily enough, makes me not want to pull on the current banner and wail out Emily, because I'm going to wait until her rerun to save a bunch of money on doing this like so. Now, my only complaint is that we didn't know this sooner to actually start stashing up our resources for much more valuable banners. But hey, we can't I can't complain about that. This is just a win-win for everybody involved. Now, the final big kahuna, absolutely crazy news, is after all the turmoil via the anniversary rewards, they are finally stepping up. They are finally giving us something that I've been asking for years, which is a standard banner character selector. And we can see here, right here, this event is available for a limited time during version 5.0, so be sure to log in. I don't know exactly when it is. They did not say, at least I didn't catch it if they said it, but we're just going to be able to select one of these standard banner characters. This will allow you to finally get that character that's been evading you for such a long time. Like if Mona's your favorite character, you just haven't gotten her, this is the time to get her. And yeah, so now another huge detail about this is that they confirmed that they are going to be adding additional characters into the standard banner pool. And they also said future anniversaries will include a standard banner selector. So this means that we could see various characters actually be completely selectable in the future with future anniversaries. Absolutely crazy, but this of course won't apply until, well, another year from now with their next anniversary.